The night began like any other quiet Sunday evening for millions of armies around the world, until one small notification appeared on their screens. Jimin has started a live. Within seconds, chaos broke out online. X, formerly Twitter, trended worldwide. Weverse servers nearly froze. TikTok flooded with reposts before the stream even ended. It had been months since Jimin's last direct contact with fans, and this wasn't just any live stream. Something in his expression, his tone, his silence between words told everyone that tonight he was going to say something important. When Jimin appeared on screen, his hair slightly longer, face calm but serious, there was an air of quiet reflection. He smiled, waved, and spoke softly, his voice the same gentle tone that fans remembered from pre-enlistment days. "Hi everyone. It's been a while, hasn't it?" He laughed a little, looked down, and added, "I've missed talking with you like this. I'm still getting used to being back." For a moment, fans were simply overwhelmed with joy. But beneath the excitement, there lingered something unspoken. The curiosity, the question that had been echoing across the internet for weeks. Was Jimin dating someone? Since early October 2025, several anonymous online accounts claimed to have spotted Jimin out in Seoul with a mysterious woman, a bracelet couple item. A photo that appeared to show matching rings, a story that spread faster than wildfire, especially because HYB chose to stay silent. Major tabloids recycled the claims without confirmation. Some fans defended him fiercely, demanding privacy. Others, more curious, sought clues in his clothing, his captions, even his playlists. The silence from both Jimin and his agency only made the rumors grow louder. Midway through the live stream, Jimin took a deep breath. His eyes softened as he looked into the camera, as if he wasn't just speaking to fans but to himself. "You know, life isn't always easy," he said quietly. "These days, I'm learning how to live like everyone else." There was no mention of dating, no names, no denial. Yet those simple words hit harder than any statement could. In that moment, thousands of fans watching across the world knew this was Jimin's way of addressing everything. Those who have followed Jimin's career know that he has always been open about growth, struggle, and identity. From the heartfelt lyrics of Like Crazy to his vulnerable interviews after Face, he's never hidden the complexity behind the fame. When he said, "I'm learning how to live," fans felt the weight of those words. It wasn't just about rumors. It was about transformation, the life of an idol returning to normalcy after years of global fame, military service, and constant public attention. One fan on Weverse commented, "He didn't deny anything. He didn't need to. He just reminded us he's human." Another wrote, "That line, 'I'm learning how to live,' feels like a new chapter of Jimin's story. He's not the boy from Busan anymore. He's a man trying to breathe." Within minutes, #JiminWeverseLive and #LifeIsn'tEasy trended in over 60 countries. Clips of his live flooded TikTok, edited with emotional background music and subtitles in every language imaginable. Armies posted reactions ranging from tears to pride. Some debated what he meant. Others focused on the emotion behind his eyes. "It's not denial." One user wrote on X, "It's freedom." He's saying he has the right to love and live without hiding. "He's matured so much," said another. "He's not trying to please everyone anymore, he's trying to be honest." The tone of the fandom shifted that night. It wasn't about gossip anymore. It was about respect. The following morning, reporters reached out to HYB for clarification. Once again, no statement. Korean entertainment analysts began to speculate that this new, silent policy was intentional. HYB, known for its media control and past controversies, seemed to be giving Jimin full autonomy this time. A Seoul-based columnist for Star News wrote, "Jimin has matured beyond being managed. He knows how to communicate with his fans." HYB's silence is not neglect, it's respect. In older generations of K-pop, idols were expected to hide everything: relationships, feelings, even their exhaustion. But Jimin's gentle honesty represents a new kind of communication. Authentic, mature, emotionally intelligent. He didn't say no, he didn't say yes. He simply reminded the world that behind the flawless performances is a person trying to find balance. For years, Jimin has been described as the heart of BTS. Even during group interviews, his answers often carry emotional depth that resonates with fans. When BTS released Proof in 2022, Jimin was the one who cried on stage talking about feeling unsure if he deserved the love. When he dropped Face, he admitted he had written the songs during one of the loneliest times of his life. And now, in 2025, as he stands at the crossroads of fame and adulthood, his words show growth. I want to show you who I am, not just Jimin from BTS, but someone who's still growing. That line alone became a trending quote, printed on fan art, banners, and even merch. Life as a global superstar isn't as glamorous as it appears. Jimin's every move is captured, every gesture analyzed, every smile dissected. Yet through all of it, he carries himself with grace. Humble, reflective, and deeply kind, he often speaks about the loneliness that comes with fame, the pressure to always be perfect, and the emotional toll of being adored by millions but understood by few. "Sometimes I feel like I'm walking on a thin line," he once said in an old interview. "But I think that's where my music comes from, that space between who I am and who the world sees." Perhaps that's why ARMY responded with such tenderness. While casual viewers dissected his every word for hidden meaning, true fans heard something else. Honesty. One Indonesian fan wrote on Weverse. "He doesn't owe us an explanation. He owes himself peace." A Japanese fan added, "I don't care who he loves. I just hope someone treats him with the kindness he gives us." It's rare to see such collective maturity in a fandom, but Jimin has always inspired that kind of empathy. By the next day, global headlines shifted. Instead of, "Is Jimin dating?" they read, "Jimin opens up about life after military service." BTS's Jimin reflects on growth and privacy in emotional life. That shift in narrative wasn't accidental. It was the power of Jimin's authenticity. Toward the end of the live stream, he teased something subtle but exciting. "I've been working on something," he said, smiling shyly. "It's not ready yet, but I think you'll feel what I feel when you hear it." Fans immediately speculated that Jimin's next solo track could explore themes of maturity, self-love, and emotional freedom, possibly even addressing the line between public and private life. Industry insiders in Seoul believe Jimin has already begun collaborating with producers who worked on Muse, indicating a continuation of that emotional, experimental sound. Every artist has a turning point, and for Jimin, this moment might be his. He's no longer the bright-eyed trainee from Busan. He's a global icon who's faced both adoration and invasion, and yet continues to answer with grace. His live stream wasn't just a conversation. It was a quiet declaration of independence. Jimin's words resonated beyond the fandom. Mental health advocates, psychologists, and even non-fans commented on how refreshing it was to see a major celebrity address pressure and privacy without anger or denial, a columnist from The Guardian wrote. Jimin's live stream is a masterclass in emotional communication. He's not fighting the rumor. He's redefining what it means to be an idol in 2025. Since that night, Jimin has kept a low profile, focusing on music, occasionally appearing at private fashion events, and spending time with BTS members during their off-duty moments. ARMYs, meanwhile, wait patiently because they know that when Jimin returns, whether with a song, a video, or another live stream, it will come from a heart, as one fan beautifully summarized. He doesn't speak often, but when he does, the world listens.